Okay, so I'm the OT for today's intervention, and it focuses on breastfeeding positioning and caregiver handling for Noah, who is a 6-week-old infant with Wright-Erb's palsy. This intervention is embedded within his natural breastfeeding routine, which occurs every 2 to 3 hours. This intervention is guided by the family-centered care model and the biomechanical frame of reference. The family-centered care model emphasizes collaboration with Emily, the mom, by addressing her biggest concern, which is safe positioning for Noah during the feeding, and teaching strategies that fit naturally into her daily routine. And the biomechanical frame of reference supports positioning techniques that promote proper alignment and protect Noah's affected upper extremity and help prevent secondary musculoskeletal complications while he is healing. Hi, Emily and Noah. It's so good to see y'all again.
It's so good to see you.
I know last time we talked, you kind of expressed some concern about feeding Noah being the most stressful part of your day, just because we're kind of still worried about hurting his right arm. Is that kind of how we're still feeling?
Yeah, I just get super nervous whenever I'm picking him up. I'm just scared if I move his arm in the wrong way that I might hurt him.
That's completely understandable. I just want to let you know that you've been doing a great job with what you have, the information that you have to keep his arm safe while feeding and everything else throughout his daily routine. But today, to make you feel a little bit better, we're going to teach you some safe handling and positioning that you can put Noah in while you're feeding, just to put your mind at peace and just to keep him safe all at the same time. And today with us we have our my coda, Maggie.
Yes, today I'm going to just kind of help you, coach you through this so that you feel more confident, so that when you leave here today you can do this all on your own, no worries.
Okay, awesome. That
Sound
sounds
good?
amazing.
All
yes.
right. Okay, so before we start our feeding today, let's set ourselves up for success from the get-go. Maggie, do you mind bringing in a couple of pillows?
Yes.
And we're already in a really good position because Noah is feeding to his right side, which we want him to go towards that side more. So you're perfect in this position.
Okay.
And this pillow is just going to go, for today's purposes, we're on a couch. This is going to go under your arm, under your arm on this side to support you, just like that.
Okay.
And then this pillow is going to go under Noah's back to support him. Good job. And this is just, like I said, to support both of you during the feeding, to reduce that strain that might be on either of you, just to set you both up for success.
Yes, and I saw that you brought his favorite pacifier. That's a great thing to have nearby, just in case when you reposition him, he gets a little upset and you need to calm him down again.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great. Yeah.
Okay, so for today's purposes, I brought my little doll in here to show you kind of what it should look like to feed with Noah, so that you can practice with Noah. So you have him in a good position right now. But when we're in this position, I know we have the pillows, but also I just want you to keep in mind that we're keeping his head, trunk, and arm in a really good supportive position. So you want that trunk to be supported with your arm and that he's not too hunched over. And the head, you don't want to be too tucked in or too floppy back. You want it to be in a good neutral position with the chin just tucked a little bit. And then that right arm, we want to make sure that we have our eyes on that all the time to make sure that it's being supported and it's not lagging behind or anything. So we look good like this, and I do want to show you another position that we can practice today. It's called the football hold.
Okay.
It sounds funny, but you're going to switch to the other side, the other boob, keeping him feeding to that right side, which is good. Just like this, you're going to hold behind the neck and support his back and pull him to the other boob. There you go. And he should look something like this to the side, like you're running with a football, but let's not run with Noah. We're still keeping that arm supported, the back and the neck, and we can move that pillow if we need to. Maggie, if you need to help her, there you go. While we're still supporting your arm and the pillow. So just like that, and we're still turning to that right side, and we're still being supported. Do you like that?
Yeah, no, this is great.
And I will continue to watch his head and his trunk and his arm just to make sure we're supporting it pretty well. And if he gets fussy, we don't want to force him to turn towards the right, but you can use your voice to kind of naturally get him that way. You don't want to cause him any unnecessary discomfort forcing him to turn.
Yeah. Awesome. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, I think today's intervention and session went really well, but before we end today's session, I just want to ask you to tell me a few things that we learned today, okay?
Yeah, so I learned to always keep his head, neck, and trunk aligned, and then also supported. And then I'm going to make sure that this right arm is positioned in front of him and make sure it's never lagging behind. And then also, whenever I'm moving him from position to position, to just make sure to never tug on that arm.
Yes, awesome, amazing.
Perfect. And what is the best way to help him when he gets fussy?
So when he gets fussy, I'm gonna make sure that his positioning is correct, and then if I am moving him to a different position, just to say, y'all.
Perfect. And then what would you do if he were to get fussy?
So if he were to get fussy, I would just check his positioning and then make adjustments without forcing him into a certain position.
Great job.
Okay, awesome. Do you feel good going home with the stuff that we've learned today?
Yeah, no, this was so helpful. Thank y'all